So Dave, in some quarters, I'm guessing the Harrow Borough fans would have been looking at today and thinking it was a bit of a must-win, but unfortunately, on the wrong end of a 2-1.
Yeah, I think it's an overused. They're all must-wins, aren't they? Really, I think it's an overused statement. I think in our position and Carshalton's position, we want to finish above the relegation zone, so it's accumulating points. How you do that is up to yourself. Don't get me wrong. I think it was a big football match, and don't really get the 6-pointer stuff either, because if you get 6 points, then it's a 6-pointer. If you don't, then you don't. But no, disappointed to lose it. Our home form hasn't been great, and disappointing in a game that I thought I thought the game was poor, and I thought it was going to play itself out as a draw. But you have to live with it. It's not. I don't think it's the end of the world, but it's more our home form's a concern to me than anything.
For the first 25 minutes and then the first 10 minutes of the second half as well, you seem to be the team on top, but seem to fade away a little bit. Is that partly something that you've recognised during today?
Yeah, I think. I mean, when I look at your squad, you know, I'm in disbelief at the position you are in the league. You know, there's 4 of them players have won Conference South, if I'm not mistaken. You know, I think it's certainly Raymond Premier. So I find that baffling, and you're always aware when you come up against players of that ability that you can be in trouble. I felt that at 1-0 we looked comfortable, but I'd said to my players, you know, we've got to make Carshalton work because of their ability, and if you let them play, they're more than capable of doing that. And then we switched off for maybe 10 minutes, conceded a goal, and really should have conceded a big Vines had a header that really you'd back him to score. So always, you know, I think when you're in a situation when you're playing against good players, they will always have a period of the game, and you did that and took advantage of it. And when we were on top, I didn't think we took advantage of being in charge of the game, really.
How's young Simeon Akinola? Because he came off and you ended the game with 10 men.
Yeah. No, listen, great tackle. You know, I was at the other side of the pitch, and people were going foul. It was a great tackle. It was a proper defender's tackle, and I don't have a problem with it. He rolled his ankle because he didn't see the guy's. I don't know sure what it was, but has come in blindside and just completely played the ball, and he's rolled his ankle. That's all it is. So we're probably looking at 2 weeks. Disappointed for him because we've just signed him on loan, and I feel for him a little bit. And for us, it was absolutely the one thing we didn't want to happen was we just made our 3rd substitution. And in a game we're trying to press to get something out of, we then go down to 10 men. And it's amazing how many times as a manager you make your 3rd sub and then pick up an injury. It's absolutely amazing. But I must have annoyed the football gods today, you know, and I'm sorry for that, but that's just one of them things you got to deal with.
You strengthened the squad recently with Akinola and Jack Bonham coming in, etc. Is that something you felt like you needed to do once you got past the New Year period?
Yeah, I think when I took over the job in the summer, it was always going to be a major rebuild because previous manager Dave Howes had gone to St Albans and taken a lot of the players with him, and I don't have a problem. I did the same myself when I've moved clubs. You always take with you, you want to start with people you know. But it meant it was a major rebuild, and you know, really, although our performance today I thought was poor, I'm starting to get a squad together that, and our budget's limited, but I've got a squad now that I feel can compete in games, and we've spoken about that, and we were excellent last week against Bury, but struggled really to get up ahead of steam today, you know.
And just finally, you said there's no such thing as a 6-pointer, but Leatherhead away next week. Yeah. It's looking big.
Yeah, well, they're all big. They're all big today. But I said to my players, isn't that why you want to be involved in football? I want big game. All right, in my career, I've been fortunate that most of my big games have been at the other end of the table, but they're big football matches. And yes, of course, it's a massive game. Today's a big game for Carshalton because I think it just gives you a little bit of breathing space. And we wanted to drag you into it if we could. So, yeah, of course it's a massive game, but it's the fun of the football, and it's fun of football.
Excellent. Dave, thank you for talking to us.
Pleasure. Thanks.
Hey, Craig, some people today were calling that a must-win game for Carshalton, and luckily that's what happened.
Yeah, I think we started off really well, and then unfortunately we went down 1-0, conceded, and then needed to get ourselves back in the game. So showed a bit of character, got the goal. We switched the play really well first half, done really well. We lost it 15 minutes after they scored, we played really well. That was the idea. Worked on it in training Thursday, and played the diamond with our 2 full-backs. Me not as much because they had a right winger just bombing on. So MK was getting on the ball and done it really well. But I wouldn't say must win. We've got to try and win every game now. 14 games, and got to win every single one of them.
In what area in particular do you think the game was won today?
I think first half we showed that we could switch the ball. After we killed me. Yeah, I think we started really well, and it's just frustrating that we conceded, but we battled really well. Second half, they had 5 minutes of the first of the second half, and then we just dogged about. We got on the ball, switched it, and then luckily Lowell got another one, and we didn't really look in danger after that. I think they had 1 shot second half, so really professional second half. Just kept the ball and done the simple things well.
You made a great challenge towards the end of the game as well when their number 15 looked like he was going to burst through. Can you just tell us what was going through your mind at that point?
I just needed to get back round. I got sucked to the ball, and he spun it round the corner, and the lad was in on Razor 1v1, and luckily he just touched it a bit too far on the right hand side, and I had a chance to win the ball, and unfortunately got injured, but it was a good tackle, and the referee said it was, so yeah, no complaints there, but just
well played, Dan.
Cheers, Finney. It's always nice to make a few good challenges and play well and stop a few attacks, and unfortunately we didn't get a clean sheet, but we deserved the win.
Lowell a little bit fortunate with his second goal there, but he's deserved that, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's worked really hard today. He gets in them pockets on the left hand side, and we know how good he is with that right foot, especially against Met Police when he stuck one top bins. But he's capable. He said he shanked it a little bit, but the pitch didn't do the keeper any favours whatsoever, and he squirmed in. But yeah, he deserved it. I thought Vinety deserved a goal as well. He played really well, set up the first, but they're both getting in very good areas. And if our quality up to them was a little bit better, I think we could have had more on the day.
And just finally, you say every game now's a must-win anyway, but it gives a little bit of clear daylight between you and the bottom 6 now. I think it is now 6 points. So
yeah, well, you never want to look down. It's always nice to look up and see how high we can finish. We've always said playoffs is within our capabilities, but a couple of results over the last few weeks have left us mid-table. So we've still got to believe it and hope that teams above us lose points, but it's going to be a big struggle to get there. But every game must win. Go out there with the same character we showed today, then we've definitely got a chance of finishing as high as we can.
Excellent. Well, Craig, you've been voted the AGR man of the match today, so well done.
Cheers, mate. Who gives that Stevie Wonder?
Yeah, his guide dog gave it apparently. Yeah. No, well played today, mate.
Cheers, mate. Lovely.